My name's Nanette Luczak, and I've struggled my entire adult life with my weight. I was always told to eat everything on my plate because there's starving kids in other countries. And then one day, my father said the opposite. As I neared about 150 pounds, I think I was 24, and he said, "Oh my gosh, you cleaned your entire plate. You better watch your weight." That really messed with my thinking. Fast forward about 5 years, and after having kids, I gained more weight. And I focused on them instead of me. I think a lot of young moms do that. We feel as though it's, kids and family is number one. But, I wasn't able to focus on myself. So I was nearing about 18 years later, I was nearing my 50th birthday, and I weighed about 230 pounds. And I was finally ready to focus on my weight. There's a history of diabetes in my family, and I didn't want that for me. And I thought, now is the time. I can't wait until I'm 60 years old. I've got to do it now. So I got a hold of Maureen Kemeny, and I started group coaching with Maureen, which was wonderful for me. And it was a great way to begin. And I printed off her little program and put it in a book for myself so I could refer, took my notes. I added some one-on-one sessions, and within 3 months, when I started focusing on me, within 3 months, I lost 40 pounds. Her process is different than anything I've ever seen. It's so personal and was so helpful to me. I needed that. I needed someone to work with me along the way and help me keep positive, because I had this mindset. I had this previous mindset that I had to get over. It wasn't just about changing my eating habits. It was about incorporating mindset and incorporating, exercise, and also watching my food intake. So it worked for me because it wasn't restrictive. It wasn't a diet. It was real life, and it was life altering, life changing, and it was allowing me to live. I wasn't sure at the rate I was going how long I would. And like I said, diabetes was right around the corner. So I learned how to eat without depriving myself. I learned how to eat healthy and to still allow foods that I love. I learned finally how to add exercise to my life, which was huge. It was manageable, and I actually learned to love it. I really enjoyed waking up and giving myself the time I needed. I didn't use exercise as a way to eat more or to punish myself. I exercised because of how amazing it made me feel. It made me feel strong and confident, and it reinforced every day why I was doing what I was doing. But what really made the difference for me with this in this journey, because it's been a journey, was the mind work. Once I understood that I had a lot of thoughts that were sabotaging my weight loss, I was able to change them into thoughts that got me results instead. So one of the thoughts that kept me from even trying was that I believed I'd had an impossible goal and it was going to be really hard. But Maureen broke it down into doable daily steps. Not being overwhelmed with my big goal kept me moving. And we celebrated all these little wins. And that's how I started believing in myself, because every little win I got, she reminded me that that was much more than I had the day before. I remember after losing 20 pounds, my goal was 40. I'd lost 20 and I was depressed. I think I was at a plateau, and I wasn't losing the weight as fast as the first 20 came on. And she said to me, it's a little exercise, walk up these stairs with two 10-pound weights in your hand. And I did. And then I came back down. She said, okay, now walk back up those stairs or run, whatever you feel. And I ran up those stairs and couldn't believe the difference in those 20 pounds. And it empowered me to keep going. Just knowing, wow, what a change I've made. Just looking at that end goal and thinking I wasn't there yet, but I hadn't celebrated exactly where I was at. So the biggest help was learning how to handle stress and the emotions without turning to food, actually, which was a habit in the past. So I don't eat my feelings anymore. And the biggest victory is that several years later, I haven't gained the weight back. So, and I've learned to use food as fuel. That's my story.